Welcome back to High Stakes, where we help you elevate your betting strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our daily content. Looking for exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join us on Patreon. Links are available in the comments section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Nothing screams exciting basketball like the Portland Trail Blazers and New Orleans Pelicans facing off in a matchup that'll surely redefine the term defensive masterpiece. Team picks: New Orleans Pelicans, ATS. Oh, the Pelicans have won 2 straight games. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, it's not like they've been a train wreck for most of the season, right? Oh wait, they have. But hey, they're playing Portland, a team that's basically a walking defensive disaster. Portland is 27th in three-point defense and 28th in fast break points allowed. So, yeah, this game is pretty much just a formality at this point. The Pelicans should cover, but if you're expecting any close calls, well, good luck with that. New Orleans Pelicans ML. It's a shocker, I know, but the Pelicans are actually favored in this one. No Zion? No Ingram? Who cares? They've got CJ McCollum, who's on a scoring binge, and against a Portland team that can't even play defense in a phone booth, the Pelicans should easily take this one at home. Total picks: over 227.5. Yes, let's talk about the total here. You've got 2 teams that can't defend a paper bag. Portland's letting opponents shoot 37.7% from three-point range, and New Orleans ranks somewhere near the bottom in defensive rating. Sure, Portland may have trouble scoring, but with New Orleans playing the role of they can't guard anyone either, this game's going to look like an all-star game, minus the actual stars. Take the over and enjoy the points raining down from both sides. Game props: CJ McCollum over 30.5 points. Seriously, if McCollum doesn't go off for 30-plus points in this one, we've got bigger problems. He's been averaging 32.4 points per game recently, and Portland's defense is giving up points like they're handing out free samples. Don't overthink it. Just take the over and watch him drop bombs all night. CJ McCollum over 4.5 three-pointers made. You might as well bet on McCollum to drain 4+ threes. Portland's defense against the 3-ball is basically an invitation for CJ to go wild. He's already been firing away from deep, and if you think Portland will do anything to stop him, well, that's adorable. Over 4.5 is looking pretty good. Anthony Simons over 3.5 assists. Simons is one of the few bright spots for Portland, if you squint real hard. So naturally, he'll be called upon to facilitate what's left of Portland's offense. Expect him to rack up a few assists as New Orleans lets him drive to the hoop, only to realize they have no clue what to do about it. Over 3.5 assists? Definitely worth a look. Portland over 108.5 points. Will Portland score more than 108.5 points? Who knows? They've been averaging just 108. But hey, New Orleans is more than willing to let them shoot their way to a respectable total. This game could be a bit of a shootout, especially considering both teams are allergic to playing defense. So yeah, Portland might just get there. Total points in first half over 112.5. I can already hear the buzzer beaters and fast breaks as we get to halftime. With defenses this bad, the first half will likely feature more points than you can count, especially with both teams coming out with zero interest in playing a lick of defense. Over 112.5 is probably going to be easy money here. In summary, if you love high-scoring, defensive lapses, and complete chaos on the court, then this is your game. Enjoy the points, because both teams sure won't be doing much to stop each other. Now for Los Angeles Clippers versus Denver Nuggets. Team picks: Denver Nuggets, ATS. Yes, Denver is on the second leg of a back-to-back, and we all know how that tends to go. But if you think a tired Nuggets team, led by the unstoppable Nikola Jokic, is going to lose to a Clippers squad with Kawhi Leonard on a minutes restriction, you're being overly optimistic. The Nuggets offense is rolling. Jokic's scoring is absurd right now, and Michael Porter Jr. is coming through as a reliable third scorer. Meanwhile, the Clippers are struggling to find consistency, especially when Leonard is being babysat. Nuggets to cover the spread seems like a pretty safe bet here. Total picks: over 227.5. The Clippers can put up points, and the Nuggets are straight-up offensive juggernauts, even on a back-to-back. Jokic is doing everything short of taking tickets at the door, and the Clippers have the firepower to keep up, though their defense will certainly allow Denver to rack up points. Both teams love scoring in the paint and off fast breaks, and the Nuggets lead the NBA in those categories. The Clippers will likely need a high-scoring effort to keep up, and this game should comfortably hit the over. Game props: Nikola Jokic over 28.5 points. He's been on fire lately, including a massive 46-point performance against the Spurs. Jokic has 6 games with 40-plus points already this season, so don't be shocked if he puts up another monster performance against the Clippers' defense, which has been quite average. Over 28.5 points feels like easy money at this point. Nikola Jokic over 10.5 rebounds. Oh, you thought Jokic was just a scorer? Think again. The man's a walking triple-double, and when he's not racking up points, he's crashing the boards. His rebounding numbers are typically insane, and against the Clippers, who have trouble in the paint, this is a good spot for Jokic to get a double-digit rebound performance. Michael Porter Jr. over 19.5 points. Porter has scored 20-plus points in 5 straight games, and with how the Clippers' defense is structured, he's bound to keep that streak alive. The Clippers don't have anyone who can really challenge Porter when he's in his rhythm, and if Jokic is attracting attention, MPJ should get open looks. Kawhi Leonard under 25.5 points. While Leonard can still score when he's on the floor, we all know that the Clippers are limiting his minutes. If he plays anywhere near the 20-minute mark, he's not likely to put up the same kind of numbers that we saw during his prime. With the Nuggets focusing on slowing down the offense, Leonard's scoring should dip a bit in this matchup, especially if the game stays high-paced. Los Angeles Clippers over 108.5 points. With the Clippers' offense having been streaky, they'll likely need to keep up with Denver's high-scoring pace. The over here feels solid given Denver's poor defense and the fact that the Clippers have a few capable scorers. Whether they get it from Norman Powell or James Harden, assuming he actually shows up, they'll put up some decent numbers. Total first half points over 113.5. Both teams like to get out and run early, and with the way Jokic's passing has been setting up easy buckets, expect a high-scoring first half. The Clippers may not have the best first-half offensive stats, but Denver plays at the 5th highest pace in the league, which bodes well for a high-scoring start. This game is going to be a showcase of offensive firepower. Just hope the back-to-back for the Nuggets doesn't derail their rhythm too much. Either way, it should be an entertaining, high-scoring affair. Now for San Antonio Spurs versus Milwaukee Bucks. Team picks. Milwaukee Bucks -6. The Bucks should get it done at home. While both teams are 5-5 in their last 10, the Bucks have the advantage of playing in front of their home crowd. Giannis Antetokounmpo should be ready to go, despite some concerns with his hand injury. And with his presence and Damian Lillard scoring, the Bucks will likely cover the 6-point spread. The Spurs have been struggling on the road, and while they've had their moments, they'll have a tough time keeping up with Milwaukee's star power in this one. Total picks. Under 222.5. The Spurs are a middle-of-the-road team offensively, and their scoring has struggled in recent games. Milwaukee, on the other hand, is one of the best defensive teams in the league, and their offense can be efficient without necessarily lighting up the scoreboard. With both teams not ranking highly in possessions per game, and both coming off recent games with lower scoring affairs, this is set up to be a game where defense reigns. The under feels like the safe bet here. Game props. Giannis Antetokounmpo over 31.5 points. Giannis is the focal point of the Bucks offense, and currently leads the NBA in scoring at 31.6 points per game. Despite his hand injury scare, he's still the best player on the court, and with Wembanyama on the other side, Giannis will be motivated to take over. Expect him to continue his dominance on offense, particularly against a Spurs team that has been susceptible to high-scoring performances. Giannis Antetokounmpo over 11.5 rebounds. With his size and athleticism, Giannis is a monster on the boards. The Spurs are not an elite rebounding team, and Giannis should have plenty of opportunities to grab boards. Given his current form and the size mismatch, the over on rebounds is a solid pick. Damian Lillard over 24.5 points. Lillard has been a bit inconsistent lately, but he is fully capable of having a big scoring night. With Chris Middleton out, Lillard will be asked to step up more in the scoring department, and against the Spurs defense, this is a favorable matchup for him to go over his points total. Victor Wembanyama over 20.5 points. Wembanyama has been on fire lately, and even though the Bucks defense is tough, the Spurs offense revolves around getting him the ball. With the amount of usage he gets and his ability to score in a variety of ways, Wembanyama should be able to hit over 20 points in this matchup. Spurs total points under 108.5. The Spurs haven't been a high-scoring team, and their offense can go cold, especially when facing a defense like Milwaukee's. The Bucks will slow the game down and make it difficult for the Spurs to get easy shots. Given that the total has gone under for the last 4 Spurs games, it's reasonable to expect another lower scoring effort here. Milwaukee Bucks total points over 115.5. The Bucks should be able to score efficiently, especially at home against a Spurs team that struggles defensively. With Giannis, Lillard, and Portis leading the charge, expect Milwaukee to score above 115 points in this matchup. This matchup between the Spurs and Bucks feels like a solid win for Milwaukee, and it should be a relatively controlled, lower scoring game. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. I'm sure you're absolutely on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment of this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because clearly you don't want to miss any of our daily videos. I mean, who could live without them? And while you're at it, smash that notification bell, so you can be the first to know when we drop more gems like this. Oh, and if you're looking for some premium picks, because let's be honest, who isn't? Join our Patreon. It's where the real magic happens. Premium picks, insider info, and possibly even some mildly entertaining banter. So, hit that link, and we'll see you on the inside. Until next time, enjoy the game, make those bets, and remember, you're welcome.